In this first tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can customize your chassis for your own bus, like changes the speed, gears and such. And I'll also be showing you how you can make the walls for the chassis, doors, and how to get that properly working for it. So let's get started. First of all, what I'm going to be doing is getting the chassis. For this one, it has the mobile support, and you can get this mobile support V2 in the link down in the description below. And what I am going to be doing is getting the other chassis, and this one will also be in the link down in the description below. So pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be getting rid of the driver's seat and the module script for the right street light, and what I'm gonna be doing is replacing it with this driver's seat and this module script. So what we can do is just bring that over to the right street light. After that, we can just delete that since I don't need that. Then now what I can do is just move the seat, and then I'm gonna move it over around here. And if I were to test this right now, I can drive this chassis. Once it loads in, there we go. Yeah, right now I'm able to drive the chassis. And what the neat part about this A chassis tune is, just need to switch to mobile. Just go to click on device to change that. And now if we were to test it, we can also drive the A chassis on mobile, which is quite nice. So yeah, these are the mobile controls. With this, you're able to drive the A chassis on mobile, which is quite neat. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get to the scripting side of things. So first of all, let me just get out of this device. First of all, we're going to the A chassis tune, and what we can do is just do Control F, and with this you can try finding the word you want to find. So what I want to look for is horsepower, so I don't want to scroll to find that, so I just go type in horsepower, and yeah, it just brings me here. With this horsepower, you're able to reach to your high speed very quickly. Well, when you increase it, it'll be a lot more faster. Let's just say I do 3,000, for example. Like in the last example, you saw how slowly my speed was increasing. But now since I set that at 3,000, it'll be a lot more faster. Yep, just like that is almost like instant compared to the last one. Another thing that we can also do is we can also change the gears. If I go down here, I mean, if you also want to find gears, you can just type in gears in this search bar here, and I use Control F in order to do that if you missed that part. So for here you can add more gears or less gears for this. I never used more than one gear before, but if you wanted, let's say you wanted one gear, all you just gotta do is just get rid of these and you'll just have one gear. So if we test this out, now we just only have one gear and nothing more than that. And plus you are able to change how much you want your vehicle to turn. So if I were to type in, I think turn, was it? No, it wasn't that. Let me just check what that was again. Where was that? Oh, actually, it was angle actually. Should be somewhere down here. Angle. Yeah, I think it should be this one from steering. Let me just check up, just see if it's that part. Nope. So pretty sure if I were to increase the steering, will tune not steer in there and tune not steer out there, change the number. So if I were to decrease that by, let's say 11, that should decrease the amount that I turned. So yeah, just like that, just decrease the amount I turned. But if I were to increase that, let's say to like 70 as an example, it should be a much larger turn radius. So if we go ahead and do that, you see like this is how much of a difference we can turn now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So with the steering, we can also change the speed as to how quickly it's going to turn. So if we were to increase the steer speed to like 1 second as an example, it should take a slower amount of time to reach the maximum turn. I don't want. Hey, what the? Not sure why that happened. Okay. Yep. Oh. Well, actually, if you increase it, it's much more faster, actually. Thought they would have slowed that down, but you could do like that. So if I were just to decrease this back to 0.05 and check, should be slower than if that were the case. Yeah, so if you decrease the steer speed, then it'll be slower, but if you increase it, it'll be much more faster for the turn speed. And if you maybe want to do, say, for the return speed, if you want to be faster, where once you finish turning and want to bring the wheels back towards the center position, then what you want to do is to increase the return speed number in order to make that faster, or if you want it to be a lot more slower, you can reduce that. Let me just try 20 for the return speed, and as you can see, once I test it out, you see like almost instantly it's going to just return back to its position right away. So like you see, just like that. But if I were to reduce that, let's say just by 0.01, just as an example, it's gonna be a lot more slower than that. Yep. Now if we turn, I'm gonna let go. And yeah, see how much more slowly it returns back to its position. So yeah. Let's just see what else I want to show you. Oh yeah, back on that subject with the gears, actually. If you do want to increase the have a higher speed for the gear. What you can do, at least what I know for the first gear, is you can just decrease the number. Let's say we just decrease that by 1. What that will be able to do is it will dramatically increase the speed, maybe to like 100, I think. Well, that's just a guess, but before it was 38, but now if we test this out, it becomes 137, so our speed increased by a lot. Which that is pretty cool, not gonna lie. And of course, we got down here the brakes. You can customize how much you want your braking force to be. So if we test out our turbo brake force, I'm going to go to the maximum speed, then I will brake to show you what that's like. Then once I increase it to be able to brake a lot more harder, then I'll be able to brake, well, to slow down a lot more. So now let's get to that part with the brakes. So I go just increase that by 10,000 for front and rear brakes. Handbrakes, for that, I'm pretty sure that's for when you press P and it will brake the car. You can do that if you want to, but for now I'm just going to use the front and back brakes. And now if I brake, it brakes a lot more harder than it did before. And now that we did that, let's get into building this bus. So first of all, what I am going to be doing is getting out the part, just like so. And it's very important that you put the part into the body so that it'll be able to, I think what it does is weld all those body parts, so the part right over here to the driver's seat, but just don't ask me how like all the other scripts work, because I will be honest, I don't know how to create the chassis myself, but I am using the ones that other people made. So yeah, first of all, I'm just gonna be creating this wall. Just gonna be doing more of a simple bus actually. And what you also want to make sure, now that I remembered, you also want to make sure to anchor the walls. Because if you don't, the walls are just going to just fall off, which we do not want. So for now, I'm just going to create a basic bus for our example. And let's just move the wheels out a bit more. Somewhere around here, say. Just to show you what I want to. Just gonna show you guys what I'm planning on doing with it. Okay, actually need to fix the wheels quickly. So what you want to do is select the RL if you want to move the whole thing, just to make it a lot more easier, which was my mistake. Gotta do the same with this side. Just gotta move over to here. Gotta do the same before the front wheels and the left side of it too. Just like so. Okay, now that we did that, gonna connect walls in. Okay. So far, good. Oh yeah, and for you guys that made it this far, there is a shortcut to just anchor the whole bus. So if we do want to do that, just press on the body and just do Alt A. So just look at this anchor part. If I do Alt A, it unanchor it, and if you press Alt A again, you can anchor the bus. Just a quick shortcut just to make things easier for yourself. Because for me, I did not know that for years. And I wish I knew that before, because that would save me a bit more time when building these buses. So yeah. So now if we were to click on play, you will see that the bus will just start flying and such, I think. Wait, no, actually it disassembled. So for that reason, it was probably because I unanchored the part. Yep. So pretty much I just go select on the body. Just a lot more quicker to do this. Just go do Alt A, and it'll select all those parts and just anchor them. And if I were to test this out, the bus should start acting weird a bit. So yeah, as you can see, the wheels do go up a bit, and that's because we haven't created space for the wheels in order for them to be able to drive and such, which is why they are going up. So let's go ahead and fix that. What I am gonna be doing is, for this part actually, let me just bring this in. Next, just go change out the wall layout. As I do want to create two doors actually. In the next video though, pretty much for the wheels, what you want to do for them is you want to create a union. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is gonna duplicate, no, not that. Going to duplicate this part, and I'm gonna be changing it into a cylinder. And what I am going to be doing is bring this wheel down, hold the circle down, scaling it down. Now what you just need to do is just scale this out a bit so it does union the whole wall. I'm going to be moving it just a bit more towards the right. Now I'm just going to do Ctrl-Shift-N to negate it, and Ctrl-Shift-G in order to union. But just to make this better, I am gonna be duplicating this negative part again and using this to change the shape. Okay, so you can't change the shape for union, well, negative parts. What I'm gonna do is just do Ctrl-Shift-U in order to get out that negate part, and I'm gonna be changing that into a block. Now what I can just do is just scale that down, and this way I'm gonna be negating the walls. Let me just copy and paste and just bring it towards the wheels, just like so. Okay, we're gonna be doing the same for the other side too. Okay, yep, this is good. Let's just bring this over towards the other wheel. And now we got our negate. So let me just negate those walls and do the same for this one here. And with that, now that we negate the walls, the wheels should be fine and we should be able to drive it. So yeah, now we're able to drive this bus. But I will be changing these settings just to make it a lot more easier to drive this. But yeah, now you got your own working simple bus. In the next video, I will be showing you how to create our own destination signs, so we'll be able to like change this part here to say like, for example, like 43 Kennedy or 1241 Applesville. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to create that on your own. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great day.